Welcome to the SAU Report. I'm Heather Prince.
And I'm Pam Page.
And today on our Media Roundtable, we have with us Mandira Lamicchane.
Today, our first topic with our Media Roundtable will be the gas prices and cost of living. What do you think is making the gas prices go up?
Well, I think the gas prices is going up because in the world there are large number of vehicles increasing, and there is also the shortage of gases. That's why the gas prices are rising day by day.
What do you think are making the gas prices go up, Heather?
I think that there are a lot of things that affect that, and it can be dependent on several different things.
Okay. As a college student, both of y'all are college students, do you feel your expenses to be expensive? Like certain things that you need and have to have in everyday life, everything is going up. Do you feel things be expensive?
I feel things are going up, and it is expensive to be a college student as it is just to be a person in general. Everything is getting more expensive.
Because also we have to pay tax in every stops, so that it is.
Yeah, and with the price of tuition going up, that makes it harder to be a college student. And then, that's why a lot of people, I think, as college students, they try to get jobs and everything because of how everything is expensive, Do you feel there is enough news coverage about the gas prices, Heather?
I think that it is in the media a lot, and that they do a relatively good job of covering stories that have to do with that.
Okay. With the Iraqi war going on, do you feel it has an effect on the gas prices? Because some people say that that's the reason why we're having the war, because of the gas prices. But I don't really think it may have a little bit to do with it.
Yeah, I think it has some effect on it, but I don't think that that's the entire issue.
Okay. How do you feel about that, Mandira?
Yeah, same as the war is not affecting, because the war is between the US and the Iraq. But the gas prices is rising all over the world.
So you said the gas prices are rising. Are the gas prices like here, are they the same over in Nepal, or are they a little bit different?
Yeah, in Nepal also there is a crisis in gas nowadays, and the price is increasing highly.
Would you say that the prices here are cheaper, lower, or in your country, or higher? Which one is different?
I think in Nepal is higher. We have to pay about 70 per liter.
And in English terms, what would that be over here? Like the amount? The amount of it, how much would that be over here?
Maybe per liter we have to pay over $2.
Okay. How is the cost of living different in the U.S. as an international student? Being over here, how's the cost of living different? Is it do you find it cheaper to stay over here, or is it cheaper to stay over in your country?
Yeah, it is same.
Same. As in houses and everything, rent, all that's the same? Or a little similar, different?
No, we don't have to pay a range of houses because we live in our own house. So
That is different.
Do you think that sometimes the media oversteps its bounds by prying too much into people's personal lives?
Certain instincts, I think so. Especially with the celebrities. A lot of times you turn on the TV and they're talking about, for instance, Britney Spears and all the stuff that she's been through. But I think there's a difference in it, because I think a lot of times the celebrities like that because it's giving them a lot of coverage, and it's making people go out and buy their CDs and stuff. So I think they like that. But normal people like ourselves, we be on news about something and they get into our business, that affects us different than, I think, celebrities. There's a big difference in it.
In crisis situations, do you think that the television media makes things better or worse?
I think,
both.
yeah, it's both.
Yeah.
Because it's according to what the situation is, what it is that they're covering.
Yeah, because it can sometimes help people by informing them something, and sometimes it can scare people worse.
Yeah.
Do you think that the fact that television media is put together more quickly than other types of media are makes it less accurate?
What?
Do you think that the fact that television media is put together more quickly than other types of media, like such as newspapers and things like that, where they have more time to plan it out, does that make it less accurate, do you think?
I think it makes it accurate because when it's put on television, it's like you know about it right then and there. Within like putting something in a newspaper, it'll take a while. You may have to read about it the next day or something. And so I think when it's put on television, it's more accurate because you see it right then and there, and they're telling you like the main facts you need to know.
Who do you think is mainly responsible for the information that they choose to air on the television?
I feel that it's like the news reporters, I guess, the people that go report the news, because it's up to them to go and get the news and find out the information and bring it back. And so it's more like on the news reporters.
Yeah.
Our next topic will be voting registration. What do you feel the impact of voting has on younger adults our age?
I think that voting is important because you're deciding people who are going to be over you and make your rules. So I think it's important that everybody participates and votes.
What is the process of voting registration in Nepal?
People from the 18 years can vote, and they have to go to the VDC, Village Development Committee, for the registration, and they can vote. In Nepal, everyone can vote. People who have gone to the jail once, they can also vote, but in US, I think the people who have gone once jail, they cannot vote, but in Nepal, everyone can vote from the age of 18.
Well, that's similar to the United States. That's the same as the United States. Do you get to vote? Do you have the voting privilege over here while you're in the United States, or you cannot vote while you're over here? Can you?
No, I cannot vote.
Okay. Being on a college campus, do you think there should be more emphasis put on voting?
I think that they should encourage college students to vote more because I think that that is an important group of people that could potentially change who's elected if all the college students were to vote.
This question is for both of you. How seriously do you take voting when you vote? I mean, you don't have...
I think it is important because you're making decisions that could possibly affect every aspect of life.
Yeah, it is important. We have to choose. Our one vote may make the good people win.
Yeah, I take it seriously too. A lot of people, they'll be like, oh, I'm not going to vote. But I think, like you said, everyone's vote counts pretty much. Do you feel today in society if voting registration gets enough media coverage informing everyone of voting?
I think that it does get a lot of media coverage because there's always things on TV about different politicians who you can vote for and things like that.
Okay.
About the internet, do you think that the internet does an accurate job of getting media out to people?
I feel they do because a lot of people use the internet. Everyone is on the internet, especially like college students. You know, you're always on the internet researching different stuff, surfing the web, so you're going to find out a lot of information about a lot of different things that's going on in the world.
Yeah. Internet is helping us. A lot of people of our age are using internet and they are knowing about media from the internet.
Yeah, because I feel like, you know, a lot of people don't, like take people, for instance, our age on college. You know, a lot of people don't, they'll say they don't read like the newspaper and watch the news. And so if they get on the internet, they'll see that, you know, they can see what's going on.
So you think that the internet has benefits that other types of media might not have? How do you feel about alternate sources of internet sites like YouTube and things like that?
Me personally, I haven't never used YouTube. I have an account with Facebook and MySpace, and I like Facebook better, but I've heard about YouTube, but I haven't been on it or researched it or anything.
Yeah, I also use Facebook and I just use YouTube to see the video.
Do y'all feel that Facebook and MySpace can be an accurate way of getting important information?
Yes, I feel they can because they connect you with people sometimes that you haven't seen in a while, and there's information on there that people put on there about upcoming events and stuff that's going around on campus, and it's pretty much a place that you can just get on there and you can be well informed of things that are going on.
Yeah, we can share our feelings and know others' feelings, and the people who cannot share their feelings in the crowd, they can express their feelings by the Facebook.
Okay, our next topic will be preparing for a job after college graduation. Do you think after graduation your job that you want will be hard to find?
I haven't exactly decided what job I want yet, but I think it depends on what field you're going into. Some fields are more difficult to find a job in than others are.
Now, your major is broadcast journalism, right, Mandira? Is that what your major is? I thought you told me that once before. What's your major?
I think of broadcast journalism, but I'm changing in nursing.
Oh, okay. Are you all well informed of how to set up a resume in order to find a job whenever you do graduate?
I know fairly well how to set up a resume because we've worked on that in classes before that you showed us how to do it. So I think I would know how.
Okay.
We have to prepare from now. We have to seek for the targeted opportunities and research for the jobs.
I know there's plenty of help on campus, like you can go to the Employment Resource Center and Miss Wilma, she's really good at helping you set up a resume, to find
And
a
also
job.
we have to affiliate it with different groups and associations of the colleges, because different industries see the educational background of the people who they are hiring.
Yeah. What do you think are some good preparations for finding a good job? As in, do you think you could go on the internet and research for jobs or newspapers?
Yeah, I think
or something?
looking in the newspaper or looking on internet, like help wanted ads or things like that, to see if there are any available jobs in your area. And also, like, if you know what you want to do, you could get a job, or help train under someone who does that. That way it will look good on your resume.
Okay. After graduation, do you believe it's true that most graduates start out on an entry-level job?
I think most people have to start out at a lower level and work their way up. I think having a degree, though, helps a lot and could potentially let you start higher than you would be able to without it.
Okay. Do you think, Mandira, that it's possible that sometimes you have to move to a bigger city, possibly to find a real good job?
Yeah, because in a small city there may not be the all things in the which we find in the bigger city. In bigger city there will be lots of industries, and there will be more opportunities than the small city. So lots of people are moving to the big cities for a good job, like New York, Boston.
I believe that.
Do you think that there's enough information in the media that pertains to college students?
I feel there is, because back when I was in high school, you would always see, sometimes there would be commercials about different colleges, and they were trying to inform you about their college and getting you to go to their college. And there was this magazine called I think it's called the Next magazine, and it had various colleges in there, and it was telling about the different degrees and everything like that. So it was well informed. I was well informed.
Yeah, I was also informed by the news about this college. So there is enough information about the college.
How did you find out about this college?
By searching in the net.
What type of issues would you like to see more discussed in the media that aren't?
Well, I can't really think of any now. I mean, there is a lot that's already being discussed. No, I can't really think of any.
How do you think the concept of taxes are portrayed in the media?
I think the media it's informing you of what's going on or whatever about the taxes. I'm well informed about the taxes, the different things that they have on the TV or internet about different stuff you can buy. It'll show the price and it'll show how much the tax is, and it's
Do you think that the media puts a positive or negative spin on the American tax system?
I think it's positive sometimes it's negative.
I think it's positive because it is helping in the development of the economy of the country.
Our last our last topic will be international journalism. How is the media different in your country of Nepal?
No, it is not different in Nepal and in here. In the same system is here and Nepal. In Nepal there is also media field like TV, local news from television, and national news from television, local news and national news from radio, newspaper, magazine, online, different types of networks. So I think it is same.
So y'all have like
But,
Yahoo and Facebook possibly?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have made Facebook in Nepal.
Okay. Do you keep up with the news in your country while you're over here in the United States?
Yeah, I used to see daily about news of my country.
Do you request it, like that your family send you any newspapers or anything back, or you just get on the internet and
No, I
watch
just
the
search
news?
it online.
Okay.
Do you think that the different types of culture change how the media is done in Nepal?
Yeah, we can know the different types of cultures from media, and it is totally different the culture of here and Nepal. Yeah, so the media is playing great role to inform us about the culture of different countries. If I don't know about the culture of here before coming here, I will have to face many cultural shock. So it is. So I know about the culture of here before I came here. So I'm not feeling so too much cultural shock, and so it is playing great role.
Do you like the culture that you've seen here so far since you've been here?
Are you asking me about the culture I like here?
Mm-hmm. Is it? I mean, I know it's totally different in the culture that you're used to. So, I mean, are you kind of accustomed to this culture here? You know, are you getting used to it?
No, not so much.
Do you think that educational differences over in Nepal could change the media?
The educational system of here and Nepal is totally different. We have just 3 years. We can complete our graduation in just 3 years, but here we have to enroll in graduation for 4 years, and there is not a semester-wise education in Nepal. It is just starting in Nepal. There is one semester-wise education in the course of BBA, and the education system of here is good, and it is easier to study here because the exam is easier, and in Nepal we have to give exam in 3 months. One exam will happen, and the exam is we have to give all exam consists of theory. We have to read lots of things, but here we don't need to give our mind more force for the study. We can easily pass.
Ooh, that does seem like a lot. I mean, you said, but I think the good thing, you say you can finish college just in 3 years there.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's a difference from here.
Do they offer like the same degrees some of the same degrees we have here, or is it like different job opportunities that you would get if you went to school there?
No, same degrees.
Can like the degree that you get, like if you are to finish school here from SAU or wherever you graduate in the United States, can you use that degree over in your country? Because I heard once before, this one guy, he told me that I don't think you can use your degree over.
No, we can use our degree. US degree is recognized all over the world. That's why we are here for study.
Okay. I didn't know if it was just certain degrees or if it was all of them or what.
Are there different types of media over Nepal that we don't have in the United States?
No,
Or is
I
it pretty
don't
much
think
the same?
so. It is pretty much same. Same.
Y'all have are your like television news shows similar to the ones that we have here in the United States?
Yeah, same. United States. US is more forward than Nepalian media and all things.
What do you think is different about the newspaper coverage in the United States than the newspaper coverage in your country? Like, do y'all cover a lot more wider range of topics than the newspapers over here? Because sometimes, like, the newspapers here are just like local stuff or something, or how is it in your country?
In Nepal, in newspaper, they must focus on the political stops because lots of political changes are being in Nepal.
So is like politics a really big issue
Yeah,
there? It's a really big
yeah.
issue.
Do y'all think that sometimes the news focuses too much on bad things that are happening and not so much positive stories?
I think sometimes it is because, like, for instance, when the Iraqi war and all that started or whatever, that was a really big issue on the news. And, I mean, it was keeping everyone well informed of everything that was going on. But it would show, like, some bad stuff. And I think it really scared a lot of people. From my perspective, I heard a lot of people, or they were like, well, when they would come on the TV, they would just turn to a different channel because it really scared them, some of the stuff that they were talking about.
And I think sometimes they do it because they think that it's going to help their ratings because
Yeah.
sometimes people don't like to see happy things.
Yeah.
Like they would rather see the worst things.
Yeah.
Do y'all have any more comments? Questions?
None that I can think of.
Well, that concludes our show. Thank you for watching. I'm Heather Prince.
And I'm Pam Page.
And this was our guest, Mandira Lamicchane. And thank you for watching our Media Roundtable.